And welcome to part 2, everybody, and character creation. So, we will start a new game. That Baldur's Gate 1 interface. I just love this. Character creation. Press gender to begin. And we are going to be male. Although I've shown in the past that I have no objections to playing a female character, I am going to be playing a male character just because the plan from the very beginning was to recreate my Baldur's Gate character from the initial playthrough. So I'm going to do that as detailed a recreation as I can. Now let's hope I can find the right portrait. We'll see. Yes, that's the one. Race. We are a half-elf. Class. We will multi-class into a fighter thief. I love playing thieves and stealth characters in RPGs. They're pretty much my favorite class ever. But it seems to be a little Dungeons and Dragons quirk in Baldur's Gate that they didn't really do a particularly good job with, that thieves don't really have as many options as they would in the actual tabletop. So I'm going with a fighter thief just for more options. As for our alignment, we are chaotic neutral. There is no order to anything, and they tend to just follow their whims. Honestly, I was kind of torn between that and chaotic good when I made this character initially, but I think chaotic neutral works. Our abilities, there's going to probably be quite a bit of re-rolling because I want to get my stats decent. I'm going to probably lower our wisdom down a whole bunch. And we can put Constitution down 1. But I want our character to have a good deal of charisma, if possible. It's because we are supposed to be rather charming and all of that. But we're not completely clueless. Let's say 7 wisdom. 10 charisma, that strikes me as about average. 12 constitution. 18 strength, 18 dexterity. A lower intelligence to 10, perhaps. So, 18 strength, 18 dexterity, 12 constitution, 10 intelligence, 7 wisdom, 14 charisma. I think that'll work okay, actually. It's a nice mix between my role-playing a specific type of character and still having decent enough stats that I'm not totally incompetent. So, next on the agenda is our skills. And the type of character I like to play, we're going to be doing a combination of longsword and 2-weapon style. Because this is just the way I like to play in Baldur's Gate, because I have messed around a little with it in my own time, and just dual-wielding longswords is my personal favorite playstyle. And you'll notice there that I was able to bring longswords up to 4 when you can't normally do that. That's a result of the Baldur's Gate 2 tweaks mod I have enabled. It allows me to max out my skill with my weapon and fighting style. which I think is going to be really handy, because it just never made sense that I couldn't fully level that. I'm going to also level up open locks a whole bunch, move silently as well, and we'll put the rest into find traps. So we have pickpockets 35, open locks 40, find traps 20, and move silently 40. Because, and you probably guessed this from what I've said so far, we are going to be playing a thief-type character. And once I get everything done and we're just before starting, that'll be a good time, I think, to talk about the type of playthrough I am planning, as in our character's personality. No, I don't like the red. It's a little too flamboyant. There. Brown, actually... No. We will stick with a nice green. Now for our character's voice. It doesn't matter a whole lot, but I like to get a good one. I don't think so.
Your life ends here. Time for a bit of the rough and tumble.
How about not? God, what is that?
Let's do this quick and clean. I'll get the job.
Tobacco, there's no regrets.
I'm leaning towards male 003, but let's see what the last two are.
To battle and victory. To battle and victory.
Yeah, male 003. They had this very cool Irish, or possibly English, I can't remember, voice in the Enhanced Edition that I really liked, but it doesn't seem to be present here. Shame, I always thought that was a pretty cool option. As for our character's name, as I did the last time I played Baldur's Gate, we are going to be Toby. Now, I think it's time that we explained a little bit about Toby. Well, as you can probably tell, Toby is a thief. And one of his major character traits, as I expressed in my previous playthrough of Baldur's Gate, one of his previous character traits is he really does not like nobles. He and Imoen are basically of one mind on this. They think that nobles are a bunch of arrogant, smug, uppity bastards who deserve to get robbed because they're all out for themselves. And so, when we start the game, that is going to be one of Toby's major goals. He wants to travel to the city of Baldur's Gate and rob every noble there blind, essentially. I'm not saying it's going to be easy, and I'm not even sure if that could be done in context of the game, but I'm going to try. Damn it, I'm going to try. And if you're new to the Baldur's Gate series and you don't know who Imoen is, then you will find out in short order once we begin episode 3. Anywho, beyond that, he's just generally a good person. We're not really one to go out of our way to make people's lives a living hell or anything, but he does kind of tend to take a more what's in it for me kind of approach to dealing with people if he thinks they can offer him something. That's not to say Toby won't sometimes do things just out of the goodness of his heart, but he does have a tendency to switch between helping people because it's the right thing to do and helping them because he thinks he might get paid for it. As he is chaotic neutral, which of those he does kind of depends on which side of the bed he woke up on that day. So that is the long and short of the kind of character I am going to be playing. So now I'm going to hit accept, and we can listen to the lovely intro voiceover before I end this episode. So let's get to that.
Nestled atop the cliffs that rise from the Sword Coast, the citadel of Candlekeep houses the finest and most comprehensive collection of writings on the face of Farron. It is an imposing fortress kept in strict isolation from the intrigues that occasionally plague the rest of the Forgotten Realms. It is secluded, highly regimented, and it is home. Within these hallowed halls of knowledge, your story begins. You have spent most of your 20 years of life within this keep's austere walls, under the tutelage of the sage Gorion. Acting as your father, he has raised you on 1,000 tales of heroes and monsters, lovers and infidels, battles and tragedies. However, one story was always left untold, that of your true heritage. You have been told that you are an orphan, but your past is largely unknown. Lately, Gorion has been growing distant from you, as if some grave matter weighs heavily on his heart. You have asked about his concerns as gently as possible, but your queries have been in vain. Your sole comfort is the knowledge that he is a wise man, and you know he will tell you when the time is right. Nonetheless, his silence is troubling, and you cannot help but feel that something is terribly wrong. Today, Gorion has appeared more agitated than ever, and now he has uncharacteristically interrupted your chores in the middle of the day, imparting hurried instructions for you to equip yourself for travel. He has handed you what gold he can spare, but given no clue as to why. Nevertheless, you now stand before the Candlekeep Inn, ready to purchase what you need for an unplanned and unexpected journey.
And we are now in Baldur's Gate proper. As you can see with the map being revealed, that's one of the other mods that I have. It makes it so that in major cities, you already know where everything is, and don't have to just go exploring around to find that out. Because it never made a whole lot of sense to me that in major cities and locations like Candlekeep, where you'd lived there your entire life, you would not already know where everything was located. So, we're here, and we've been told by our foster father we need to buy some supplies and such to get going. But that will be in episode 3 when the gameplay commences proper. So I will see you for that.